Dungeons and Dragons. Now, if you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, it's a kind of a board game where you roll a dice and you use your imagination to come up with these stories and
Who is calling me right now? Why? Why now? Oh my god.
D&D is where you come up with stories and you do your little dungeon crawling stuff. You roll a dice and y'all make characters, y'all do y'all spells. Now, I made a character and I'm very, very excited to tell you about him. Like this character has a badass background. This character was definitely inspired by a couple of my favorite mangas. You know, his name is Ken Mornclaw. Age 20. Race, human/dragon. Gender, male. Physical description, Ken is a normal looking human at most. But the one thing that differentiates him from the rest is that he has a armored torso and a scaly dragon arm on the left side of his body. His height, 6'2". His sexuality, if people care about that, is heterosexual. His personality, gruff, cynical, arrogant, and cocky. Ken doesn't care about the long-term things in life and only lives in the moment. The only thing that keeps him going is his willpower. And then we have hobbies right here, what he dislikes, people getting in his way. His common skills and knowledge is combat and utilities. His weapons, a dragon sword. His magic type is fire. What got me the most is that I found this picture and physical capabilities, super strength, magic capabilities, fire manipulation. Now here comes the backstory. Now I did put a lot of thought into this backstory and it is going to take some time to explain, but I hope you guys are ready. Ken Mornclaw. Ken was born and raised in an orphanage where his parents' names and faces were hidden from him for his protection. Throughout the years, his left arm had become more scaly and more abnormal than anyone else's. He decided to hide his arm away from all the kids at the home. One very night, the orphanage was then attacked by orcs, which forced the 10-year-old to go into action and reveal his true nature to the people there. Once all the orcs were killed, everyone was afraid of what they saw in Ken.
What was this? You got AIDS, dog.
Oh, you got AIDS? You got AIDS? Oh my God!
They kicked him out of the home and forbid him to return. He then stumbled upon a mercenary camp where he was taken under the captain's wing. Ken spent 10 years training and battling along large armies until his mercenary camp was then attacked one day. He decided he won't run away from those who are afraid of him, no matter how hard it will take them to understand, and he saved them. But not everyone can be saved this time, as the captain was murdered by one of his own men. Ken was then framed for the murder of the captain and was imprisoned and tortured by his fellow comrades for months. The day of the execution came. Out under the guillotine, Ken closed his eyes as the blade starts to come down, and once it gets close to his neck, fire erupts from his eyes and the whole stage explodes. He sees all of his comrades burnt to a crisp. Ken decides that it's not safe to trust others for a while and has been betrayed over and over and over again, and goes out on a solo journey to find his mother and father and find out what's the source of his power. So yeah, in conclusion, I got rejected from playing D&D by a bunch of nerds, yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. This is Ken, and I will see you all next time.